Good morning, everyone. My name is John Michael Rosenbaum, and I'm here to present our first and second alternative risk analysis. In our first risk analysis, good morning, everyone. My name is John Michael Rosenbaum, and I'm here to present our risk analysis of our first and second alternative. In our first alternative, we analyzed for running parallel paths while only having one scaffolding. This means that we'd run activities A through H, which require scaffolding, in parallel with activities I through Q. This also assumes that each team used would be independent and would not have any conflict in scheduling. By analyzing with this method, we determined that the end date would be 17th August, 2013. Unfortunately, this exceeds our 17th July deadline, with a projected cost of $25.9 million. Now, because we do not meet our deadline, we would incur added penalties due to not meeting the time. This is a penalty of $2.8 million, meaning that our $30 million project now has a profit of $1.3 million. Next slide, please. In this slide, you can see that our parallel path risk analysis is the same as our base path risk analysis. The driving factors for this is the project not being completed in time and decreased profits due to not completing the project on time. Next slide, please. Here's our risk matrix for our first alternative. Again, you can see that at 100% probability and with an impact of 5, our project not being completed on time is a huge risk, along with the decreased profits due to not completing the project on time. And these are the drivers for why we do not recommend this path. Next slide, please. Here's our second alternative, risk analysis. In this path, we analyze for running parallel paths while also having 2 scaffoldings. Although this incurs extra cost, we determined that by doing it this way, we can meet the deadline and plus some, meaning that our deadline here is 27th of April. With a budget of $30 million and a total projected cost of $27.5, this means a profit of $2.5 million. Next slide, please. Here you can see our risk analysis in table form. You can see that projects not completed on time, decreased profits due to not completing the project on time, and resource shortfalls probabilities have all gone down. And even though the impacts are the same as compared to our other risk analyses, the overall risk factor is greatly lowered. Also of note is that we've also included equipment failure and safety mishaps with the same probability and impact as the other WBSs. This is because in an industrial environment, we cannot avoid these type of mishaps. Also, we assume that these mishaps would cause delays, and those delays take time. So that is why we've additionally built in lag time into our schedule. To mitigate our equipment failures and safety mishaps, we recommend performing periodic maintenance and inspections on equipment, replacing equipment before it fails, train personnel on safety and equipment use, and provide safety inspections of equipment. Next slide, please. As you can see in our risk matrix, we still have one risk that's at 100% probability. This is the decreased profits due to increasing resources based on buying extra scaffolding and ensuring that we're completing the project on time. And because we complete the project on time, we would not incur the $2.8 million penalty for not completing the project on time, leaving us a profit of $2.5 million. Additionally, project delays due to equipment and safety issues, although in the yellow, is an acceptable risk based on our lag time. This concludes my risk analysis for the first and second alternative. Thank you for your time, and back to you, Eleanor.